This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat that far. We keeping a foot on the whoop. Oh, eeks. We keeping a foot on the whoop. Oh, eeks. And like the Tibetan mastiff that I am, man. Like the Siberian tiger that I am, I'm applying whoop on. Leave me the pressure. Because pressure does what? He bursts his pipes. Listen, man. Scottie Pippen is a wayward motherfucker. Scottie Pippen is all over the fucking place. First, I don't have problems with Michael Jordan. Then I have fucking problems with Michael Jordan. That's why me and Lewis Sports Network, we did the Jay-Z Eminem to his rabbit ass. Because we could see the wayward thing going on with Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen is the type of individual that you just pay no fucking mind, because a lot of shit that comes out of Scottie Pippen's mouth is spewing nonsense, dog. It's basically what we would say Rudy Poo and Plum Brain-isms. Classic Dote and Troglodyte-isms. Ultra fucking fanboy with the ultra fucking fanboy rhetoric-isms. Scottie Pippen is a basketball player that had a lot of bad shit that went his way, and he's just trying to take it out on motherfuckers. It's not Michael Jordan's fault. I'm going to go back to that point that you got broke. That's on you, man. That's you not budgeting your affairs. That's you making bad fucking investments. Floyd Mayweather is basketball, is boxing, right? But Floyd always talks about this shit, man. I made the right fucking investments, dog. I didn't make bad fucking investments. When you see Floyd keep saying that, there's a reason for it. It's like me. When it comes to business, in real estate, I don't do bad fucking investments. I don't do investments that's not going to yield me a profit. You have to do stuff that's going to make sense. And it has to be shit that goes with your fucking personality. Scottie Pippen was doing a lot of businesses that don't go with his fucking personality. I mean, look at Scottie Pippen. When you listen to Scottie Pippen, you see a drunk, old, senile guy. Look at what he has next to him. Fucking booze. Clearly, he's drinking too much fucking booze to be talking and spewing the nonsense that comes out of his rabbit mouth. We're going to debunk a lot of the myths with Scottie Pippen. The first myth, he said Kevin Durant could not play in the 90s, but LeBron James could play in the 90s. Okay. Kevin Durant is 7 fucking feet. Kevin Durant is 240 pounds. Kevin Durant is basically the best ball handling big man the NBA's ever seen as a 7 fucking footer. So a deadlift shrimp can play in the fucking 90s, but Kevin Durant can't play in the 90s. It's a things that make you say. It's a things that make you say. But in its most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat telefashion, it's as simple as this. Scottie Pippen is telling you that Kevin Durant would be limited. Kevin Durant's ball handling abilities has tested tried and true against the likes of a Tony Allen. Tony Allen is a throwback defender, dog. Ron Artest was the guy that broke Michael Jordan's ribs. And Kevin Durant ramelaned him. Do I need to keep on going? Kawhi Leonard is the new age version of Scottie Pippen. Do I need to keep on going? Kevin Durant has faced hellified fucking defenders. Shane Battier is a throwback defender. Do I need to keep on going? Kevin Durant has faced all kinds of defenders, even in his Oklahoma City Thunder days when they were the Seattle Supersonics. He faced a lot of the back end of the last of the Mohican defenders and lashed all of their rabbit ass up. T-Mac, when he wants to play hellified defense, T-Mac can be a fucking problem for you. And Kevin Durant ramelaned him because they all came to the underlying conclusion and the underlying situation, which is as simple as this, that you can't guard Kevin Durant, dog. That Kevin Durant is a fucking anomaly. Kevin Durant is that dude on the basketball court that you just can't figure out because of the fact that he has the ball handling skills of a guard and he moves like a center. And then Scottie Pippen basically shows his wayward self. Wayward means hypocrisy. Shows his double-headed self when he talks about, but Kevin Durant's a 2-time Finals MVP and Kevin Durant got championships. Which one is it, man? Does Kevin Durant have accolades? Or are you just hot and bothered like grits that Kevin Durant was able to achieve the shit that you couldn't fucking achieve? Now let's go even further on this. Let's expound. He said LeBron James would be able to dominate in the 90s. But LeBron James's game is predicated upon him making the great play, the right fucking play. No, that play that you make, the bullshit fucking play. And we saw how you played in the 90s. So LeBron James could thrive in the 90s, but Kevin Durant cannot thrive in the 90s when we know Kevin Durant's game. When you say he's a scorer, it's a dig you're trying to take at Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. But you just out of your own rabbit-ass mouth say that Kobe Bryant was one of the greatest basketball players to ever play the game. This is the same Kobe Bryant that said that Kevin Durant be the greatest and signed his fucking shoes and passed on the legacy of basketball to him. It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, Now let's keep debunking. Kevin Durant has been a leader in every team that he's been on. The Oklahoma City Thunder, he was unquestionably the leader. The Golden State Warriors, he was unquestionably the leader. Now, I know some people argue against that, but when he stepped up, Stephen Curry out of his own mouth said, Kevin Durant, now that he's here, I don't mind taking this number 2 role. I don't mind that. And that's exactly what happened. Who closed them bitches out? Who was the closer? Who was the Mariano Rivera? Who was the one that the team leaned it on when they needed him the most? It was Kevin Durant. Now, if you want to say that Stephen Curry was the point guard, he orchestrated, being a floor general don't mean that you're leading the fucking team. It's about how teammates look at you in pressurized situations, in heavyweight lifting the notion moments. That's what showcases who the true leader is on the basketball court. That's how Kevin Durant was perceived when he played for the Golden State Warriors. This is how he's perceived with the Brooklyn Nets. It was very clear when James Harden and Kyrie Irving was on the floor. They made sure that ball ran through Kevin Durant. They made sure that it do or die with Kevin Durant. Scottie Pippen never had those moments. And when he did have those moments, he nutted it the fuck up. We're going to dispel another one. Scottie Pippen sat here and said Phil Jackson didn't give him the opportunities for late game situations. Again, Scottie Pippen, what the fuck are you talking about, man? You're not making any rational fucking sense. You're not making any common fucking sense. You're not making any fucking sense on any stretch of the imagination. Because if what Scottie Pippen was saying was true, and it reigned true, and if what Scottie Pippen was saying had any validity, any sustenance, any substance associated behind it, then Scottie Pippen would be telling a cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth teller fashion of as simple as this. That Scottie Pippen would be talking about how many times late game situations found Scottie Pippen and Scottie Pippen couldn't deliver. Let's talk about the 93-94 season. Let's talk about the 94-95 season. In the 93-94 season, he played up against the New York Knicks. Went 7 games against those motherfuckers. That was the year after Michael Jeffrey Jordan left them. He went 7 games against them. Scottie Pippen was given the ball in a lot of key moments, and he nutted it up. All we have is a dunk on Patrick fucking Ewing. Lewis Sports Network, I'm throwing the alley your way so that you can add the other encyclopedia linings to it. See, this is what I do. I set it up so that Lewis Sports Network can fill up the gaps, because everything's already set up. 94-95 season. What happened to the Chicago Bulls? They got dismantled even sooner than they did against the New York Knicks. And Scottie Pippen was the leader. Scottie Pippen was fighting against the system. You know how many times Scottie Pippen took the last second shot? He don't tell you this shit because he wanted to prove Phil Jackson wrong. He wanted to cut against the grain of what Phil Jackson was talking about. And what happened when he did that? He nutted it up every fucking time with Scottie Pippen when Phil Jackson told him, you need to give this shit to Tony Kukoc. Then Pippen had the unmitigated gall and the audacity to now use race. So race is factored into the fact that Phil Jackson just didn't trust your rabbit ass. You're going to throw Kobe Bryant in. This is the hypocrisy. This is how you know Scottie Pippen's all over the place. Which one fucking is it? Was Phil Jackson racist to Kobe Bryant? Or was it simply as this, that Phil Jackson basically is a narcissist? See, a lot of times you got a lot of brain full of much and brainwashed dodo heads. They don't even know what the fuck that's coming out of their mouth. They don't even know what they talking about. What they say sounds as if it has sustenance, but it lacks the fucking fullness thereof. Because if he had the fullness thereof in what he was saying, he would understand that Phil Jackson's a narcissist. I know, because I'm a fucking narcissist. Narcissists know each other. Phil Jackson wants the shit to be about himself. Michael Jordan's a fucking narcissist. He wants the shit to be about him. So when Phil Jackson does a book on Kobe Bryant, it's to shed light upon himself. Didn't you just say it in hypocrisy fashion that Phil Jackson wanted it to be about him? That's not racist, you dumb fuck. It's narcissism. I can't even say brain full of mush and brainwashed dodo head. I think that's too cute. You're a dumb fucking fuck. Clearly, brain cells, neuron receptors, clicking on all cylinders have left fucking Scottie Pippen in the fucking building. Scottie Pippen is just hot and bothered like grits. He's insecure and miserable as you know what in his fucking life because nobody's checking for Scottie Pippen. We're going to debunk another one. Scottie Pippen sat there and said that him and Michael Jordan are cool, but they don't have a personal relationship. Bullshit. If Michael Jordan's bailing your ass out financially, that's a personal fucking relationship. If Michael Jordan is taking your ass out to eat and y'all talking, y'all chopping it up, y'all hung out, y'all fucked bitches together, probably did swinging and all of that, that's a personal relationship. That's friendship. Michael Jordan just got sick and tired of your rabbit ass. And here's the hypocrisy here. We're going to debunk this. Scottie Pippen sat here and said that Phil Jackson was just basically doing a book to prop himself up. What the fuck are you doing right now? In you creating your own book, in you having your own PR team, you're not propping yourself up as a shining beacon, but really you're a false fucking idol. You're not doing this, Scottie Pippen. It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, There's so much to debunk on Scottie Pippen. That's why He Knows Everything has him on the stain hole of a black book. I was going back and forth when I was watching Scottie Pippen's video. It was making me lose fucking brain cells with this guy that had the justification to say that Nightwing was famous. Nightwing had epic comic books. And I told him, let's debate this shit. Batman versus Nightwing. The unmitigated going audacity to compare Batman and Nightwing. This is what Scottie Pippen is. He's Dick Grayson, man. He's Night fucking Wing. Nobody remembers Nightwing. Everybody remembers Batman. That's why Batman is always having an anime cartoon come out. Do we see Nightwing having his own cartoon come out, or is Nightwing part of Batman's fucking anime cartoon? Think about that shit. And let's debunk another one. He said Michael Jeffrey Jordan wanted it to be about himself, but in 2009, when Michael Jordan had the Hall of Fame speech, did he not say that if there was no Scottie Pippen, I wouldn't have won? If there was no Scottie Pippen, I wouldn't have championships? It's the things that make you say, It's the things that make you say, Again, He Knows Everything had to do the renegade. I had to do the Jay-Z renegade on Scottie Pippen, man. Scottie Pippen is all over the place. He's an old senile drunk. Scottie Pippen is a guy that basically lost all of his fucking money. All of his money is squandered. Scottie Pippen is just basically a guy that no one's paying attention to. No one is looking at from a basketball standpoint. And quite frankly, Scottie Pippen's just feeling some type of way because basically Scottie Pippen has put himself in a precarious situation to where now he's doing what he's basically loathing other people for. He's doing what he's scoffing other people for. He's doing what basically he's getting after other people for, which is as simple as this, that when it's all said and done, Scottie Pippen is a fucking hypocrite. He's an old senile drunk, and he's hot and bothered like grits because his basketball legacy, his basketball identity is one of a shining beacon, one of a shining identity, which is really a false fucking idol. When it's all said and done, you will always be remembered as a fucking Robin, because that's what you are at your truest and your most properest levels, a fucking Robin. That's the cold-hearted, that's the unadulterated, that's the cutthroat two-teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Knicks. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Knicks. This is He Knows Everything. Checking.